Alright guys, so for this video I am going to talk about my top 5 supplements which are useful for everyone, not only for lifters but everyone on this planet can benefit from these supplements. And the first one I want to start off with is creatine. Creatine is the most studied supplement on the world, and it is actually proven to be neuroprotective, can aid in cognition, and will also aid in hydration and thus performance in the gym. So it has multiple places where it can work and where it benefits you as a person. I'm personally taking 30 grams a day with a serving of 10 grams in the morning, 5 grams pre workout, 10 grams intra workout, and 5 grams post workout. But recommendations for those cognitive protective functions would be around the 30 gram marks. So if you are taking creatine, think about slowly adding up a little bit over time to see what your digestion can handle, because higher amounts of creatine can impact digestion and can give some GI distress with pulling water through the gut. So make sure you take your creatine with a normal and a good amount of water, to really make sure it's dissolved properly, because if it's better dissolved it won't pull as much water in your gut as if it is not. So do not dry scoop it and take a sip of water with it. Just try and dissolve it in at least half a liter of water to make it beneficial. Now, for my next product, for the next supplement, I would say I would go for the omega 3. A good quality omega 3 product is essential for heart health, cardiovascular health, and overall longevity. It can impact mood. It can make it can make you feel better and give you more energy throughout the day. What you do want to take note of is that there are many omega 3 supplements on the market, but they are not all that good. Because if you look at the values inside, then you have to check that the EPA and the DHA are on point. A lot of supplements that claim to have 1,000 mg of omega 3s actually do not contain 1,000 mg of EPA and DHA, but very much less. A good product you can look for contains at least 200 EPA to 250 EPA and 500 DHA. So that's what you have to look for, and that's also what you have to check out is the production process and the storage process. Because if you have omega 3 capsules and they are in a clear bottle which you can look through, where the sunlight can get through to the supplement, then you will have a higher chance of biodegrading that supplement. So it oxidates and it actually can give stress to your body. So then it won't work as an anti-inflammatory, but actually give inflammation to your body, which is not what we want. My suggestion is that you take around 3,000 milligrams of omega 3 a day to start off with, out of EPA and DHA. So check out what the values are in your product and if they meet the standard that I would want you to take. Take note that the cheaper supplements are not just cheaper because they like to give you a discount. They are cheaper because there are just less quality. Now, for the next supplement, I would say that a vitamin D3 here in the Netherlands obviously is very much needed. The amount of D3 that you get from the sun naturally should be enough if you are outside all day in the sun. But no one is outside in the sun all day, in the Netherlands at least, because there is not much sun here. So I would always suggest supplementing extra with it. Now, D3 has to be taken with K2 for bioavailability, for the uptake of the D3, but also for general health. So my recommendations on supplementing with D3 are: start off with 3,000 units and build your way up to maybe 12,000 units. But less than 3,000 is too less. And what I standardly would say is 6,000, because that's where I see general that people can benefit from it and have enough from it. If you are using PEDs, then you have to take note that you deplete more of the D3 levels in your body and thus have to take more D3. I'm taking 15,000 units a day right now, and my blood work says positive with that, with the values being slightly above range but not into toxic ranges. So that is my suggestion around the T3. With the D3, the K2 amounts, I would start off with 200 micrograms, but if you are bumping up to those 15,000 units, then I would likely say that you should use 400 micrograms. Next up, for the next supplement, I would go for a magnesium supplement. Magnesium is one of the most underrated supplements that there is, I think. Magnesium is good for relaxation of the muscles, and your body uses it a lot. And general, I would say that you have to take in around 10 milligrams per kilograms of body weight. So for me, around the 100 kilograms, I would take 1,000 milligrams of elemental magnesium. Yes, elemental magnesium, because when you see your products, there is most likely not that much elemental magnesium as there is magnesium itself in the product, because most labels tell you that they have around 1,000 micrograms of magnesium. Mostly there are, the most supplements contain 100 to 150 mg of elemental. The Train by JP one has 250 milligrams of elemental magnesium per capsule, so that means I have to take 4 capsules a day, and I would likely spread that out throughout the day to make sure it does not upset my stomach, because also magnesium can upset the stomach, upset the GI, and also pull water into the GI. So what I recommend with it is, if your intake is not really that on point just yet, try and build it up. Take 1 capsule extra a day for a couple of days, add 1 extra, and over time add it up until you reach the intake amount that I just referred to. Now, last but not least, I would go for a good quality protein source, which is a whey isolate source. What I see with most of my clients and myself as well is that a good quality isolate always outperforms a concentrate whey. Concentrate whey is decent, but it is still pretty high in lactose and can upset stomachs. And what I see with a good isolate is that it digests way better, gives no problems with digestibility or gut upsetting, and will be a better solution for most. Yes, it's a little bit more expensive, but you also get more bang for your buck as there is more protein in it, less other macros like carbs and fats. A good isolate product is also the most bioavailable protein source you can get. It outperforms everything with the bioavailability of it, which means that the uptake of it is more than 100%, I think. That came out of some studies. So 100% is egg whites, and this is just above it. So taking a good isolate supplement will be a good addition to your diet to get your protein in. Now, and remember this, guys, these are supplements. These are not replacements of a lacking diet. Because if your diet lacks in micronutrients, you already are one step behind. Make sure that you fix your diet first and then supplement with the supplements. So add the supplements where needed to aid in some lacking parts of your diet, or for example with the whey, to make it a little easier to get it all in. Same as for the D3, you can't get it in via diet enough. Omega-3s as well. To get enough omega-3 in your day, you really have to eat so much fish that you cannot really get your macros anymore. So a good quality supplement like these 5 are very much recommended to add to a good diet and to good routines and habits. If you have any questions about any supplements that I just listed here, please let me know. For all your supplements, I can recommend you check out Invexis. It's my sponsor, and yes, they sponsor me, but do not sponsor this video directly. And I chose those supplements myself because this is what I think that will benefit you guys the most in your day-to-day, in your fitness and in your health. So check it out. Make sure you leave a like if you like this video. Make sure you subscribe for more content, and let's see you in the next video.